What's up, everyone? Peti here. We finally got our first look at a teaser reveal at the Summer Games Fest 2025 showing for the next installment of one of, if not the most anticipated horror franchise's return, being Resident Evil 9 Requiem. This was a big deal because it ended the presentation with a bang, and a lot of fans like myself could not be happier. Just look at the reaction of this clip from my live stream. It's pure hype. This is Resident Evil. Requiem. Let's go! Let's go! Yes, February 27th. Let's go! Woo! What the heck? That looked insane. We've been waiting for years for something to be shown off, besides a leak or two here and there that could or could not be true. But today, I'm going to go into things that we know about the game so far, and mention some speculation online as well. We also got some leaked images circulating online from the exclusive gameplay showing and feedback from press getting their hands on with the demo itself. Now, with that said, let's see what it's all about with this new installment for Resident Evil 9 Requiem. Before we get into the video, be sure to leave a like, sub, follow, and share. If you enjoy this and other gaming topics on here, I appreciate it. Also, through the video, you'll see some of the images that have been floating online as well. Alright, so starting with that, the game will be releasing on February 27, 2026, just in time for the franchise's 30th anniversary. This is Capcom's 9th game in the mainline horror series, not including spin-offs, a prequel, and even some side stories. This title is directed by Koichi Nakayashi, which is also director of other Resi titles like Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D, Resident Evil Revelations, and finally Resident Evil 7. Nakanishi mentions that this is one of the most exciting, satisfying game he has worked on, and says it's deeply connected to the whole Resident Evil timeline, which is in the vein and tone of Resident Evil 7, with the scale and production value of Resident Evil Revelations. The game would be a frightening, terrifying experience back to a survival horror, with a feeling of coming back for more, like an addictive fear concept. Capcom mentioned the game's graphics are being used by their next-gen upgrade to the RE engine called RE Next, which is designed to deliver visuals with cinematic realism and features such as lifelike facial expressions, realistic skin textures, and high fidelity sweat droplets. It's a significant evolution in graphical fidelity for this game. Now for the story. The main protagonist is likely going to be Grace Ashcroft, which is an FBI technical analyst who is tasked to investigate the Wrenwood Hotel by Nathan Dempsey. This hotel was the same one her mother, Alyssa Ashcroft, was murdered in. If that name rings a bell, well, Grace's mother, Alyssa, is an important character in the Resident Evil spin-off called Outbreak, where she survived Raccoon City's destruction and is an investigative reporter who exposed Umbrella's bioorganic weapons testing and was responsible for the Raccoon trials that eventually buried the company. After Grace knowing this, she is ready to find the killer, but she awakens on a strapped up table upside down in a abandoned hospital. How she got in this situation, we don't know.
Man, that sucks!
That is pretty much the story so far from the trailer, with some other interesting things like many voices talking in the background, which could be new or returning characters, like Alyssa in the flashback scenes, and some fan favorites like maybe Leon, Chris, Jill, or Ada. A mysterious man sitting in a chair in a dark room. This could be the villain of the game. Some fans speculate it's somehow Oswald Spencer, the creator of Umbrella, revived from Resident Evil 5.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Or Brandon Bailey, the protege of James Marcus and founder of the Connections crime syndicate. But the craziest one is that Grace's mother is Alyssa, but who is the father? Where is he?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Well, what does the man say?
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Very suspicious, huh? Sounds like it could be the return of the fan favorite villain, Albert Wesker. Maybe?
So, you've made it this far.
Huh?
Nah, probably not. It doesn't even sound like him, but it was a funny guess either way. Another big thing is that we are going back to Raccoon City, a pan out of the destructive city with memorable locations like the police station from Resident Evil 2 and 3, which more likely will be explorable, with some other buildings looking like they are getting restored back up. Could it be that Umbrella is still around and using this place as their base of operations in disguise, because no one would dare to go back to that dump of a place after the nuke, or experimental thermobaric bomb blew up the city, which still confuses the heck out of me. But okay, I guess it's canon. Next, we see people bleeding out and turning into zombies, with a woman walking down a hallway, some saying it could be Ingrid Hunnigan. But who knows? Another at the end is a big monster-like figure, arms chained up, coming out of the ceiling, then shows its teeth at the end. People have speculated this will be a stalker-like monster that could be Lisa Trevor, mutated from Resident Evil 1 Remake. Also, Capcom, it would be nice to see the Outbreak game get some sort of remake for the future. That would be great, just saying.
But wait! There's more! Hang on to your seat, baby! Cause this one's a screamer!
Now for the gameplay. A demo of 15 minutes was shown to the press of some creators that got to play it, as well reported on giving a great detail of it. First, it took place in the hospital scene with Grace tied up and escaping the room to investigate and try to find a way out. Keep in mind, this is all in first person, feeling like Resident Evil 7 mood and atmosphere, very eerie with no real music, very ambient. It's really detailed for the environments, as well very dark, so light was very important to find, like a lighter to see where you were going. So she finds a body of a zombie but gets munched by a huge 10-foot or more BOW monster that chases you around with no weapons to protect yourself, besides a bottle. She has to hide and run to get away since this monster is hunting you down while you're trying to solve puzzles. What I heard, this part felt like Alien Isolation in tone, very scary and definitely different than most Resident Evil titles from the past. After completing the demo, a surprise in the options menu comes up with giving you, the player, an option to turn the game into third-person view instead of first.
No way!
Yes way!
You heard me right. You have full freedom to choose on the fly of your choice, which is a nice touch, giving more options to the players. It's always a good thing. Now, the interesting part is in the demo, it was recommended to be played in first person. Why is that? Could it be that some sections that are more action heavy will be in third person perspective? Like some leaks in the past saying it was teased of another protagonist, like the skilled Leon S. Kennedy joining in like in a RE4 style, then Grace being more slower but more vulnerable with limited items and lot of scares like RE7. It seemed like in the concept art we will have a gun for Grace as well. That could be the case, but it's just speculation speculation. Also, if we are going in that route, since it's the 30th anniversary, why not get another character in there like Jill Valentine to play a part, fix camera angles like the original Resident Evil games? It would be a nice nod to the old school fans, and if you could have 3 different perspectives, that would be the best. Now, this demo will be public for everyone to see and play in August at Gamescom. We don't know if it will be this one or another one. We will just need to wait and see. This seems like a ambitious next step for Capcom for the Resident Evil franchise. Will it hit the mark or not? We don't know, but for now, this is all we got so far. Though, did you see a frame in the background in Raccoon City with something that oddly looked like Nemesis? No, maybe it's just me. Either way, I'm interested, but are you? Let me know in the comments below. I thank you for watching this video this long, and if you didn't like this video, I still thank you for watching this long. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, all.